Coming up, new restrictions come to SNAP benefits. And later, a new show is coming to Thayer Theater.
Caitlin Clark puts up 40 in the top 10 showdown in Iowa City.
Punxsutawney Phil's prediction is out after Groundhog Day.
This is DITV News at 8:30. Good morning, and thank you for tuning in live to DITV and KRUI 89.7 FM. I'm Ashley Weil. The Iowa House Republicans recently proposed restrictions to the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, also known as SNAP. These restrictions include no white grains, no baked or refried beans, no fresh meats, and no sliced, cubed, crumbled, or American cheese. The restrictions will likely affect the University of Iowa Food Pantry, which has already imposed limits on the amount of food visitors can take due to an increase in visits. Despite this, many people who visit the pantry are unaware of SNAP and other resources that are available to them. The food pantry also makes an effort to alert people to these resources.
To make use of the Iowa SNAP hotline, they're available from Monday to Friday from 8 to 5 p.m. And if you call them, they will call back.
You can call the Iowa SNAP hotline at 877-347-5678. And the University of Iowa is expanding their national reach with a new research center within the College of Engineering. I have more on what the center hopes to do for Iowa and beyond. The Center for Hydrologic Development is a research facility to assist with forecasting information around floods, droughts, and water quality to improve decision-making around these water-related hazards.
We felt that it was important to identify a center that focuses on this national and federally funded research, and we distinguish it from the Iowa Flood Center that focuses on state-level activities.
The center will operate under the IIHR Hydroscience and Engineering Center with the University of Iowa College of Engineering and also in partnership with the Iowa Flood Center. The new center will also partner with the Cooperative Institute for Research to Operations in Hydrology, or CAIRO, which is funded through the University of Alabama.
That we and the people of Iowa will benefit from any other advances that CAIRO and other partners will make over time.
Since the 2008 flood, Iowa has been a leader in hydrologic research and education and hopes to continue to expand their innovations beyond Iowa as well. And yesterday, the groundhog came out to predict what the future forecast will be like these next few weeks. Abigail, will we be seeing some spring anytime soon now?
Well, Ashley, Punxsutawney Phil has spoken. We've got 6 more weeks of winter. And you definitely won't want to forget your coat and gloves today, as we'll have partly cloudy skies and a high of 15 degrees, ending with a low of just 9 degrees later this evening. Be advised, there is a wind chill advisory until 10 a.m. today, so bundle up. Luckily, tomorrow will be a little warmer with cloudy skies and a high of 44 degrees, only dipping into the mid-20s after the sun sets. Sunday will be similar with a high of 41 and a low of 25, and next week will fortunately be warmer with temperatures ranging from the low 40s to low 50s and partly cloudy skies. So remember, Hawks, we've still got 6 more weeks of winter. Back to you, Ashley.
Thanks, Abigail. And a new play is opening up this weekend in Thayer Theater. Written by Maricela Trevino Orta and directed by MFA directing candidate Natalie Villamonte Zito. Braided Sorrow tells the story of Alma, a young woman living on the Mexican border, as she navigates love, family trauma, and the supernatural occurrences in the midst of the dangers of the city. In addition, the show aims to explore and pay respect to Aztec and Mexican culture.
Everybody knows the Greek mythology. Not everybody's Greek, and I think that the introduction of a little bit of sort of the Aztec mythology, people will really begin to understand how rich of a tapestry it is. And
the show runs from February. and features talent from the University of Iowa and beyond.
This is a play about connection, about empathy, about love, about family. I think these are things that we can all relate to.
Tickets are now available for purchase online or in person through Hampshire Auditorium. And since 1976, February has been recognized as Black History Month, a time to honor and reflect upon the contributions of Black Americans throughout history. To celebrate, the university has a variety of events scheduled. In line with the university's theme, Exploring Black Renaissance, A Journey to Liberation. Students can stop by the Afro-American Cultural Center, the IMU, film scene, and even join on Zoom for guest lectures, movie marathons, and more throughout the whole month. For more information, you can see a full schedule of events through the Division of Student Life. And now let's send it over to DITV Sports with Michael Merrick.
Thanks, Ashley. The Iowa Hawkeyes women's basketball team's 6-game win streak was put to the test last night. And DITV sports reporter Johnny Valtman was at Carver Hawkeye Arena for the Top 10 showdown.
The 6th-ranked Hawkeyes hosted a top 10 matchup against the number 8 Maryland Terrapins for the whole country to see.
Iowa also honored and celebrated the National Women's in Sports Day. The game was nationally televised on ESPN and played in front of 10,000 plus fans. Both teams were physical throughout the entire night, combining for a total of 42 fouls. Maryland had 6 players who were 1 foul away from fouling out.
The University of Iowa's kind of had a little rivalry with Maryland over the past few years, and even when I was in high school growing up, it was always a huge game.
Despite the aggression, Iowa would only allow the Terrapins to hold a lead for 12 seconds the entire game. Iowa's perimeter defense held the Terrapins 2 of 18 shooting from beyond the arc. This, paired with Maryland's woeful 42% from the field, led to the Hawkeyes securing a convincing 96-82 victory.
Obviously, extremely happy with this game and the way we started the game. The first half was spectacular, I thought. Anytime you beat a top 10 team, it's special.
The Hawkeyes had the hot hand the entire night, shooting an astounding 61% from the field. Caitlin Clark and Monica Sonano collectively shot 72% and combined for 70 of the Hawkeyes' 96 points.
The Hawkeyes will travel to Penn State on Sunday with hopes of extending their winning streak to 8. From Carver Hawkeye Arena, Johnny Valtman, DITV Sports.
And the Hawkeye men's team has been putting up big numbers on the offensive end as well. The Hawks scored 93 against the top-ranked defense in the Big Ten on Sunday. They kept that hot shooting going into Tuesday's game, scoring 86 against the second-ranked defense in the Big Ten. Now, Iowa will host cross-state rival Illinois in a sold-out Carver Hawkeye Arena. Hawks are looking to get their 3rd straight win with the recent play of Aaron Eulis and the return of Patrick McCaffrey. Iowa could snap their 5-game losing streak to the Fighting Illini. And in a strange story surrounding the game, yesterday the Orange Crush, the University of Illinois student section, went to social media and released a statement. They claimed that the Iowa Athletics invalidated their 200 tickets once they found out it was for the student section, costing the student group over $6,000 in travel cancellations. This caused everyone to be up in arms online, seeing how disgraceful Iowa was and how embarrassing it looked for the Hawks. Well, that was until the University of Iowa came out with a statement of their own, stating that the Orange Crush group had fraudulently purchased the tickets. The student group posed as the Illinois chapter of the Boys and Girls Club, and when confronted by the university, they admitted to doing so. Because of this, Iowa voided all of their tickets and donated the tickets to the Cedar Rapids Boys and Girls Club. So in the end, it is a happy ending because now many local boys and girls from Iowa can experience Carver Hawkeye Arena in a sold-out atmosphere against the Illinois Fighting Illini tomorrow at 1:30. Now moving on to the gridiron, last season the Iowa Hawkeye offense was ranked as one of the lowest in the entire nation. The Hawks put up a boring 17.7 points per game, and their total offense ranked 130th out of 131 teams. But despite fans desperately calling for changes with offensive coordinator Brian Ferentz, changes don't seem to be coming anytime soon.
I don't know if this gets lost in the narrative. The first 4 years that Brian was the offensive coordinator, the average was much higher than that. It was actually higher than Kirk's average over his 24-year period. I think it was closer to 29, 30 points a game.
We got the right coaches in place. I think history would prove that. We've seen success with this coaching staff and plan on moving forward. I think we're primed to have a good year.
Iowa fans will get a chance to see the new offense in late April for spring football. And it is that time of the year. The Super Bowl is just around the corner, and DITV sports reporter Sarah Galla tells us more about what University of Iowa students will be doing for the big game.
And the Iowa men's football season may have come to an end. In professional news, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles will be playing against one another in the upcoming 2023 Super Bowl. With the most exciting game of the season happening very soon, I talked to students who attend the University of Iowa if they'll be watching. What's your name and what grade are you in?
My name's Maddie and I'm a freshman.
Are you going to be watching the Super Bowl this year?
Yep.
What's your favorite part of the Super Bowl? Is it the commercials? Is it the halftime show? Is it
This year it's going to be the halftime show. I'm excited for Rihanna, but I'm also excited to watch Jalen Hurts play.
Professors may have to be lenient with assignments as studies may not be as important to students on this day. How important is getting homework done on the Super Bowl?
Scale 1 to 10, I'd probably give it like a 1.2.
How important is getting homework done on the Super Bowl?
Ooh, you know, you got to prioritize the Super Bowl over homework. Only on that Sunday, though. Only that day.
And with such a fun game to watch, finger foods are a requirement. What's your go-to food for the Super Bowl?
Chips and queso. It's really good. Just easy to snack on.
And what's your go-to food on Super Bowl Sunday?
Then beef nachos, you already know.
Overall, this campus will be filled with watching students ready to see the outcome for the face-off of the Chiefs and Eagles. Both teams will be wanting to take home the victory, and it all leads to this one final chance at the State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona on February 12th. Be sure to tune back in on the results of the game. From Kinnick Stadium, I'm Sarah Galla, DITV Sports.
Thanks, Sarah. And I know what I will be doing on Super Bowl Sunday. I'll likely have a big plate of buffalo wings in front of me as I look for my Kansas City Chiefs to win their second Super Bowl in the last 4 years. So thank you all, and come back next week for everything Hawkeye sports related. Now back to you, Ashley.
Thanks, Michael. And before we wrap up this show, let's check in one more time about the forecast with Abigail.
Thanks, Ashley. We all know how exhausting winter can be on our bodies. From runny noses to head colds, it takes its toll. And what most overlook is how winter can also affect your mental health too. Seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, is when a person experiences worsened mental health during a particular season, most often winter. Fortunately, there are lots of things that you can do to fight off the winter blues, such as getting outside, keeping active, or using a light box to mimic some sunshine. For more information about seasonal affective disorder, check out mentalhealth.uiowa.edu. Back to you, Ashley.
Thanks, Abigail. And recently, James Gunn announced his plans going forward with the DC Cinematic Universe. This includes new Batman and Superman movies, with the Superman movie currently slated for a 2025 release. And the Batman movie has not yet assigned a release date.
Storytelling is always king. That's all that matters to us. And I want to be true to those stories. I want to be true to you guys and really give you something different than you've ever seen before.
Fans will be looking forward to that in the next few years. And thank you for tuning in to DITV News and also listening to KRUI 89.7 FM. Be sure to head over to thedailyiowan.com for all your latest news between Monday and Friday, and check out more of our content on thedailyiowan.com/DITV. For DITV News, I'm Ashley Weil. Have a great day and a wonderful weekend.
do.